What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Eclectic Beard. So, this week, it's been mostly music reactions y'all been getting from me. Normally, only one a day. I would say I've been kind of busy. I've been trying to take and get things together to actually do some work on the house and stuff like that. Not gonna lie, this week I've been mostly playing Elden Ring, which if you haven't bought that game and you like RPGs or like Souls type games, I highly recommend getting it. Super killer, awesome game. It just doesn't hold your hand. You basically discover the story yourself. Open world. It's phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. Um, I've put more hours than I can count into that game at this point. Probably got 40 hours into it, and I've only beat the first boss. So, yeah, yeah, like the first major boss. Like there's a bunch of other mini bosses and stuff like that. But the first major boss, yeah. Now I'm trying to take and work my way through the castle that he was in. So that's been doing a lot of grinding and stuff like that to level up. So that's exactly one of the reasons why I like that game. Just so much time and stuff that you can put into it and build characters the way you want and go at your own pace basically. The other thing is I've been reading a book called The Dwarves, and I highly recommend this. I've made it 400 pages in, 402 pages in. It tells the story of a dwarf that was raised by a human wizard, and now he's back with his people who he'd never met before, and trying to save basically, all of I would say humanity, but no, trying to save the world. So, really good book. I've got to take and get the second book in this series. After this, I'll be reading Dune. Um, so yeah, here in the next week or two, you're going to see a bit more of a change on the channel. I think probably I'll probably have more stuff like this where I'm talking about either something that I'm reading or a game that I'm playing. Gran Turismo 7 comes out soon, and I'll take a look at a more informal type look at some stuff. Reactions are never going to take and be going off the channel. Like that's what I built my bread and butter on, especially at this point, the American React stuff. But and there's still TV shows I'm gonna be watching. Still TV shows I'm gonna be taking reacting to and put not only on the channel but also on the members Discord and stuff like that. I'm probably going to take and start expanding things quite a bit at what I look at, just because there's so much stuff out there that, number one, between movies and TV shows that are interesting, animes. I love anime. I'm going to start looking at all that kind of stuff. And I'll probably, whenever something takes and strikes my fancy that's going on, whether it be some kind of news story or something of that nature, I'll probably take and talk about it a little bit. I Number one, as a channel that does reactions, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you take and start a reaction channel, you start a reaction channel for one of a couple reasons. Normally, you either come from a different niche or you've tried a different niche and things just did not take off the ground like you thought, because everybody gets these grandiose ideas about about how easy it is making on YouTube, and they figure out, fuck, this takes a lot of work, like a shit ton of work to actually make happen. And I'm talking about a ton of fucking work. Especially if you're going to have any kind of success or you're going to take and see any kind of numbers. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of times. It takes work. It not only between taking the consistency of how often and when you put out your videos, but also in the context of your tags, your thumbnails, and it also requires at a certain point. Normally a couple months in, it takes a little bit of luck as well, hitting that one thing that really just kind of takes off and kind of puts you in a certain kind of direction. I think the American React scene is, everybody that I know in the scene, awesome freaking people, just awesome people. I absolutely enjoy when I get a chance to take and talk to anybody. For me at this point, it's almost like we're a dime a dozen, unfortunately. Like everybody's got their own unique spin on things. Everybody's got their own unique personalities and everything like that. But the flip side of that at this point, with as many channels here in the past year, especially probably about the last 6 months, I say 6 months, but last 5 6 months, like the dearth of people that have taken to come out of the woodworks, taken do stuff called, taken do American Reacts, and look specifically at UK, which awesome country. Y'all have just been absolutely amazing. Dearth of people coming forward is like, oh my God. Like, it's just not even funny at this point. So I'm not going to be abandoning American React stuff completely. I've still got TV shows, and there's still aspects of culture I want to take a look at. But I think it's just so many people, especially now, doing it, and my interest at this point, as much as I'm still wanting to learn, I also want to take and look at other things and try different methods of taking and making videos and stuff like that. Try different ways of bringing new subjects and content onto the channel. I think as somebody who tries to be creative, I think that's only a natural progression, no matter what you're trying to take and do. And there's people in the comments that be like, but your core. Well, what about the core of people who started with me when I was taking a reaction to grime music and were the first 1,300 subscribers that I got on the channel? I mean, what about them? I'm sure me taking and changing over, adding number one, gaming back in the day to the channel was probably a little bit of a shock to them. And then taking and moving on to looking at the comedy culture and TV shows and stuff like that was probably, that's not what they were expecting when they subscribed to the channel. What about that course? There's many different cores to a channel as it grows. So I hate hearing that. Well, your core wants to, no, shut up. Because I've got different cores that are part of the channel. Just that's how it happens when you take and build a channel. It's just, if they decide they want to keep on watching in spite of, what you put out, if it's not what they took and subscribed for, so like, oh, okay, this is interesting enough, I'll take and watch this, or I don't want to watch this one, but I'll take and watch this video, then that'll be the case. That's actually your core. That's how it works on YouTube. Just putting that out there. I don't know, I've got such a broad range of interest that I want to start expanding. Like I said, I'm going to start expanding what I take and put on the channel. And you'll probably start seeing more and more of that starting next week. Because this week, be honest with you, like I said, I've been getting stuff together. I've got some stuff to fix around the house. I'm getting stuff this weekend. Plan is, at the moment, to get stuff this weekend. I got a couple spots around the house, on my floors, up underneath my house and stuff like that I need to take a work on, need to fix. I also need to take and make a coop for the chickens that we have, and make a big enough spot, big enough, I guess, cage you could say. Not a cage, but a big enough, like, because right now you see it in the store, it says free range chickens. Free range chickens that they take and sell in the stores. Just basically, they let the door open on the little on the chicken house they've got for them, and they've got a thing where they can walk into the sunlight. That's free range. That's the definition of free range chicken. So, and there's actually a documentary on stuff like that. So I find that kind of stuff funny. Our chickens are all over the yard. All over the yard. So I'm not building them it's going to be a bigger chicken pen, with a nice sized chicken coop for laying and stuff like that. Just because we got so many cats and we want to take and get more chickens. We need to get more hens because we've got too many roosters to hen ratio. And after a while, they'll take and rape the hens to death, basically. And then the roosters start killing each other. So I need to take and get something. I need to take and make something for that. And I plan on making a smaller type thing where I can actually make a smaller, I would say, coop. It's not going to be really a coop. It's going to be more of a holding. Start buying some more chicks as well. Take and put a heat lamp in there and be done with it. So that way they can be outside. They can be warm, which is what it's warming up as it stands right now where I'm at, 80 something degrees for the next week. Mother Nature is just off her rocker at this point. So yeah, I've probably taken actually video the process and progress of that. Um, just I'm gonna start incorporating a lot more different stuff, and I've been saying this for a while, and I'll do it. And I'll be honest with you, one of the reasons why I back off of it, because I get people that, number one, it doesn't take and get the views, but I got to keep on with it anyways, because that's the only way you get views on stuff like that. Number two, you get people that take and come in and they think they dictate what the fuck goes on my channel. And that's just aggravating. It's not so much I'm taking that kind of shit to heart. That's just as fucking aggravating. Like, you son of a bitch, you're not the one that's been running this fucking channel. So at this point, I can't be worried so much about numbers on videos like that, because it's something that I want to integrate into the channel, and that's what I'm gonna start doing. So expect in the starting next week, and then more and more as time goes along, more changes as far as how I take and record stuff, or what the type of stuff I put on. I'm gonna be, you're gonna take and see every week. I'm gonna have multiple videos of American Reacts to, like, I've got Open All Hours, I've got Rising Damp, I've just started Love Thy Neighbor. That's not going anywhere. The stuff that's in my members Discord, that stuff's not going to go anywhere. I'm still taking that kind of stuff. I'll probably add. I'm gonna add series to it after I get done with the ones that I'm reacting to right now, or at least after the first seasons, and I'll go through 3 more seasons of different shows. You know, but as far as some of the comedy and stuff like that, I'm gonna slow down on some of that. I'm just gonna take and make videos on either reactions or opinion with the reaction and stuff like that, to different kinds of stuff. Just cause at this point, I think it's about time to start doing stuff like that. Like, there's got to be some kind of different iteration of what I'm doing. Different, try different presentations and stuff like that. You don't want to get too stale. Not only that, like I said, I think there's just so many people doing the American Reacts thing right now that is kind of diluting the waters. Like, I love when I get a chance watching Midwest Americans, watching Soul Gal, Squirrel, and I don't watch a whole lot of them as much as I like them as people or their personalities, because there's just been so much overlap. But this would actually allow me to take and actually watch a little bit more of their stuff, because they're really good content creators, and they're really good in the presentation and the way they take and actually their personalities and their opinions on what they're watching. I really enjoy watching every one of them. JPS, like Embrace the Suck 21. There's a lot of stuff of theirs. Like, I haven't watched none of their stuff except for like their PO box openings, or like Embrace the Suck. They did the full English breakfast and stuff like that, which was hella cool to see. And I want to take and be able to watch more than just that kind of stuff from them. Unless it's something that I've already covered, I don't watch it, because it's something that I figure I might take and get into. This frees me up to more accurately, I think, at least in my opinion, actually support them as creators, while allowing me to take and continue doing not only American React stuff, but also integrate new stuff for y'all to see, and maybe some, and bring in, maybe something that y'all haven't seen before that you find interesting. So, yeah. That being said, this will probably be the last video of the week. Just, other than maybe I've got a reaction to Ginger, and a reaction to who is it? I got a reaction to Nightwish. But this is probably the last video of the week, other than those 2 videos. So, yeah, y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace. Also, before I do go, thank everyone for all their support. So, I mean, it's like, just not changing as far as, I'm not stopping reactions, so don't take and get that off of this. Because like I said, I'm gonna have reactions on the channel. My presentation's gonna change a little bit, and I'll probably add like some new types of videos as well, but only because I feel it's kind of necessary at this point. So, but yeah, y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace. All right, so I'm in the process of editing the video that y'all are watching currently. Just putting this out there. I know I've said this kind of stuff before, but as far as I'm gonna take and do this, that, and the other, and I let views take an affect how I go about things. And as a content creator, especially one that needs to feels the need to iterate on what's going on the channel and presentation and content, everything else like that. This time you can put it in the bank. You're going to start seeing different presentation, different types of videos as far as when I take and do the reactions, whether it be a whole lot of whether it be like just reaction to like gaming news or something that I've seen that's happened maybe on Twitter somewhere or something like that, and reactions to that kind of stuff, along with reactions to even more types of content, which the presentation will probably change a little bit as far as that is concerned as well. Maybe the way I take and set everything up, but yeah, I've said this numerous times before, but y'all are definitely going to, just because I feel like I've got to at this point. I've had the channel for 3 years and everything's, I followed a formula and it's time to kind of break from that formula. So, oh yeah, also probably expect a little bit more gaming as well on the channel, just because I enjoy gaming and it allows y'all to see a little bit more of my crazy ass personality. So yeah, because I'm all nice and cheery until I start playing a game. Sometimes, especially if shit doesn't go my way. But yeah,